Do you have a story that's different from the one he told?
Yes.
About what happened on the 18th?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to hear it.
I got a text message from him saying that he didn't want to do it no more. And I was
He
like,
didn't want to do what anymore?
I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, the sublease. I don't want to do it anymore. And I was like, why?
Okay, I'd like to see that text.
Let me see if I got it. I'm not sure if I have it.
Your Honor, if I may interject.
I want to see. And that would be on the 18th?
Let me check my text messages. I don't think I have any of his text messages anymore.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever call him prior to the 18th of October and tell him that you didn't want to sublease anymore?
No, ma'am, that's not correct.
I didn't think so. I absolutely believe him.
If I may, Mr. Moore and Ms. Lee did the same thing to the two individuals. After the 18th, an apartment was aware that, you know, I was
Don't tell me
staying
what
in-
anybody was aware.
Well, the apartments, they couldn't sublease because it was illegal. It needed to be them two.
Did you sign a lease with them?
Afterwards, they did the same thing to these people. They stayed in there from October 18th when I left.
Both parties were aware of the
Stand up.
fact that it was illegal for us to sublease anyway, and they still wanted to sign a contract.
What, are you kidding me? Did you take their money?
No.
The apartments, we paid the apartments.
Yeah.
I didn't take any
We
money
didn't take
from
any money from
anybody.
Just
anyone.
a second. You paid the apartment with their money.
Correct, and gave
You're
them
just a
receipts.
second. You paid the apartment with their money. It was an illegal act, but that's all I want to know is you went in understanding that you weren't supposed to, and you paid $7.95 a month?
It was 8, and we were under the assumption that
We
we
already
were
took them to
allowed to
court.
be there. They made it seem like the apartment was aware of it.
Sit down. Fine.
We already took them
I
to
know
court.
I know who I'm dealing with.
Yes, you do.
I know who I'm dealing with. Okay. I'm awarding you $2,500, sir, for the illegal eviction.
Thank you.
Which I believe that they actually did.
Thank you.
And they did it because Mr. Moore got his nose out of joint about the car. That's what happened.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's totally logical. I can visualize it, and I read your answer, and it's illogical, and I don't visualize it. That he told you that he didn't want to be in the apartment anymore on the 18th of October after he had already paid you October's rent.
So what happened with November and...
Who cares?
He paid October. He didn't pay the last 2 months.
Just a second.
He said that he was being...
Listen, sir, you're not getting it, sir. You're not allowed to collect rent from him. Courts do not enforce illegal contracts, ever. So your counterclaim's dismissed. If he didn't pay November and December, who cares? You're not allowed to walk through that door and say to a judge, I made an illegal contract that I want you to enforce. You had a legal contract to buy his car. You didn't do it. Needed to be fixed. The car is 14 years old. So what I'm awarding him is money for your illegal eviction of him on October 18th. $2,500. I'm awarding him $1,900 for what you owe him on the car. That's $4,400. Do you understand?
What
Your
about
counterclaim's dismissed. We're done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Very fair. She saw who she was dealing with.
He was well aware of the situation, and yet he still somehow got out of it.
He's a scam artist. He's done this to countless of people.
It's all bogus.
He's a con artist who can't finish the con.
There is no friendship.